You think having more Google listings equals more traffic, right?
What if I told you those extra listings could actually kill your Google traffic?
Kill it? How's that possible?
We worked with an orthodontist that was struggling with this exact issue. At first, we thought having extra listings would be an asset, but when his rankings were stuck, we decided to dig deeper. And what we found was shocking. Stick around, we'll show you exactly what happened and how you can avoid this mistake.
So clarification, Joy, want to confirm here. So he had one main listing, and then he had a bunch of practitioner listings. To me, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with these terms, Google is totally fine with professionals having their own listings. So if you're a doctor, you're allowed to have your own listing. It's named as your name. And then you would also likely have one for the actual business, which would be the business name. The thing is, Google has a filter, and that filter actually doesn't want two listings ranking at the same time for the same business. So these two particular listings were actually competing with each other. And the end result was it actually dragged the ranking of both of them down. Both these listings did rank on Google. The practice listing was in position 6, and the practitioner listing was position 10. You might know that Google has a filter in place for similar listings. So often, if you have multiple listings for the same business, you may have heard this concept where Google filters one of them out of the search results altogether. What if I told you, though, that is actually not how the filter works? Stay with me. I'd like to think of it like duplicate listings are kind of like weights. Having more than one listing can actually make it so that it pulls down the ranking of your main listing, kind of like a penalty. How we were able to confirm this was we actually deleted one of the practitioner listings. And the results, unbelievable.
I love a good plot twist. Joy, what happened next?
So here's the proof. Before we deleted the listing, his practice was in position 6. After we deleted it, boom, his ranking jumped up. And his traffic skyrocketed.
Okay, I need to know, how do I figure out if my practice has this problem too? Because the traditional thought is more practitioner listings, if you set them up correctly, is the way to go. So for the people watching, and I'm sure there's a lot here, and they have no idea if they're currently being sabotaged by this situation, tell us how we figure this out.
There's a lot of scenarios where this situation might apply. You might be a retail business that has department listings. You might be a law firm that has practitioner listings, or a medical business that has practitioner listings. You also might be a business that just is setting up multiple listings, violating Google's guidelines, thinking that it's helping you. So it's very common. The way to tell is if your extra listings are not actively helping you, if they're not sending you leads or traffic, there's a good chance they are hurting. And fixing it is actually easier than you'd think. My advice is if the extra listing is not doing anything for you, get rid of it. Oh, and we made a tutorial on exactly how to delete a Google business profile. Check it out here.
Seriously, it's a game changer. Links in the description, and don't forget your rankings depend on this.
It's crazy, right? That something so small can make such a big difference.
Totally. Fixing this one issue could be the difference between showing up at the very top or not showing up at all.
So if this was helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it.
And don't forget to turn on notifications. We've got more tips to help you dominate local search rankings.